Wowie!
Dirt.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Dang it, dude.
Nice, sir.
20s.
Oh my god. Oh! Wowie!
Dirt.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Dang it, dude.
Nice, sir.
20s.
Oh my god. Oh! Wowie!
Dirt.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go! Oh my gosh! Wowie.
Dirt.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's go. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Oh my god. That was ridiculous.
Oh my god. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Dang it, dude.
Nice, sir.
20s.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wowie.
Dirt.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's go. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Oh my god. That was ridiculous.
Oh my god. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Dang it, dude.
Nice, sir.
20s.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wowie.
Dirt.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's go. Oh my gosh.
Mother.
Wowie.
Dirt.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's go. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Oh my god. That was ridiculous.
Oh my god. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Dang it, dude.
Nice, sir.
Oh my god. Oh.
Mother.
Wowie.
Dirt.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's go. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Oh my god. That was ridiculous.
Oh my god. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Dang it, dude.
Nice, sir.
Oh my god. Oh.
Mother.
Wowie.
Dirt.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's go. Oh my gosh.
Mother.
Wowie.
Dirt.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's go.
What is going on, everyone? I'm back, and sorry that we could not get those last few games up for y'all, but we're gonna move past that and look into the WySpike Defenestration versus SicGig game. Hello, Jared. It is good seeing you, my brother. I enjoy the enthusiasm. I can feel it through the screen. How are you doing? How's your day going? And then this is going to be defenestration, the act of throwing someone through a window, versus SicGig, also known as Sick'em and Gig'em. And, ooh, filling out job applications. What are you trying to do? Respect the grind. Job applications are not an easy feat. Definitely takes some time to do, but actually pretty rewarding. Once you like see that like your application has been submitted, it's like, another one bites the dust. We're gonna wait another minute or two for people to join. Yeah, I feel that, especially with like the COVID stuff going on. Just trying to make a little bit extra cash is definitely a grind. Something I do right now is I did Uber Eats delivery for a little bit just because I was actually getting a lot of orders because people were inside because of COVID. And then I sell stuff online to like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, things like that. And it's been doing pretty good. It's cool what seeing what sells and what doesn't sell because everyone has like different interests and such. Jared, did you see that new app that Hilltop Spikes made? It's pretty dope. Let me see how... Please let me know if the music is too loud. Like I said, I've been trying to find the balance between the music and the game audio. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Max Modell DM'd me and he was like, appreciate it. And I was like, yeah, definitely. It's a good app. So I'm gonna, of course I'm gonna, you know. Of course I'm gonna hype it up. Alright, y'all. We're gonna start WySpike Defenestration versus SicGig. Really excited to see how this one turns out. And here we go.
Series 1, Game 1.
Germ looking always rough with his long hair and his beard. So scruffy. And they're wearing the white shirts today. Neither of them wearing a WySpike shirt. How dare they? Shame on them. But I guess that's what they're going for. It's going to be Bradley Thompson to serve. Matthew gets the gray up. He's going to wrap it. Not even wrap. It's like a lefty push. Well done shot. Honestly, going away from the defense to the other side. Love to see that. Matthew definitely has become a pretty good hitter. A few months ago, before COVID hit, was honestly not the best. He would just tap it, and it'd be very easy to get defensive plays on him. Now he's really been putting those shots away. So, Germ to serve is going to lip up. This may be the first time I've seen Matt with knee pads. If I remember correctly, he usually doesn't wear knee pads, but I could be wrong. It definitely took me a while to join the knee pad squad just because I was kind of stubborn. But when you're diving so much and you have like 10 to 20 games a day, or not a day, I guess like in a tourney, Like, your knees definitely take a beating if you're not protecting them, so. At purpose to serve. That's a point for defenestration. Really excited to see how Bradley and Matt do against Matthew Burrows being a lefty. You know, like I said, I think Matthew is the only natural lefty in the North Conference. So it's always cool to see how newer players or people who haven't played Matthew, how they adjust to him. And we saw last week, A1 Thick and Hardy Burger definitely had a hard time figuring out his serves. And even Germ was doing pretty good with his lefts. It's going to be a good up by Matthew. A little bit off net. Matthew's going to adjust to it, and that's going to be a point for defenestration. Matthew, pretty good at off net hitting. He's really good at adjusting, really good at waiting for the ball to drop a little bit lower. Probably top 3 in WySpike for off net hitting. I think I'd place me, Matthew, and Luke up there. That is true. I forgot about that. The lefty squad. You, Matthew, Dylan Keene, and Ryan Canfield. I think those are the 4 lefties in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Luke Mowry and Luke Marshall are pretty strong left, so they could possibly qualify. As a point for SicGig there. A few fakes here and there, and Matt Purvis going for the right. He's going to lip up. And another lip up, and that's going to be a point for defenestration. A few fakes here and there, and that's going to be a rim from Matthew. Looking to get one on. Hasn't had a clean serve yet. He's going to get a drop, and that's going to be a point. Yeah, Burrows, his drop has really developed as a person. Or not a person, as a shot. And that's going to go on from the set from Matt. Sadly, you hate to see it. SicGig definitely taking a point there. As I was saying, Matthew Burrows, his drop has definitely developed. Something that's very hard to notice when it's coming, because he does have a huge arsenal of serves and he switches constantly. Knowing when he's going to drop is very difficult to do. A good up by Matthew and a great set. He's going to hit high and far, and that's a point for defenestration. Need good serve receives here. Defenestration, a higher level serving team in this division. Jerem is kind of, if he's on, he's doing great. If he's off, he's doing terrible. So he's a hit or miss. Struggles to find that silver lining sometimes. A great serve there, but a good up by Matt. It's going to be very high. A great set, though. And that's going to be the lefty put away by Matthew Burrows. Knowing when to take it is definitely a great trait that he has. Doesn't go on to a lot, but he definitely puts it away when he does. And that's going to be an early lead by 4 points for defenestration with Germ to serve again. A good little step out. He goes to the jam. He's going to hit the rim. That's a point for SicGig. Here we go. Matt Purvis to serve at 5'8". I feel like I've been hearing so many different trains in these videos I've been watching. Sometimes 2 teams are playing in the same area, so it's sometimes the same train. But, like, I don't know. I don't see trains that often. So when I do see them, it's like, it's exciting for me. Like, look at how, like, aesthetically pleasing that is. Matt Purvis to serve 5'8". It's going to be low, but Matthew's going to get the up. A wild set from Germ, but Matthew somehow finds its way on. And that's going to be a point for defenestration. I have no clue how Matthew Burrows put that on. Look how high he made contact with that ball. And he just slammed it down. Well done, Matt. He gets a strong lefty. I think they're going to call either side pocket or a back lip on that. Good right hand cut on that ball. He's not going to get it on, though. That's going to be a point for SicGig. His right hand definitely looking a lot more natural than it typically does. I know it's something he practices a lot when he's at home. Going to be a little step out there from Bradley. Looked a little bit lippy to me, but Germ's going to decide to play it. And that's going to be a point for SicGig. Bradley to serve, steps out. It's a little bit high up. An easy set. He's going to push it, and that's going to be a point for defenestration. SicGig really struggling with their defensive touches right now on defenestration. Not really knowing where to go and how to block them off. And Matthew finding those little holes in between their defense. And that's going to be an ace for Germ. Looked like they were thinking about making a call, but they do not. Germ to serve 11-7. A good little step up. That's going to lobster trap. It's going to lip up from Matt. Struggling to put on some serves here. And that's going to lip up again. Looks like he wanted it. I mean, of course he wanted it, but it looks like he wanted to say that it was legal, but sadly it was not. I honestly forget. So I know a good... It looks like it was a bit of a carry. Maybe it was just a fluent hit up. It's going to be a point for SicGig. To answer your question, I don't know if it was this time. I know Thick and Hearty Burger recently had a doubleheader. I do not know if SicGig did, though. Last week. That was this week. This week, doubleheader for Thick and Hearty Burger. Last week, SicGig. I am not sure at all. Did they? Before this game? A good serve, but a great up by Matt, and Bradley's not going to be able to put it away. That's going to be a point for defenestration. Yeah, I'm kind of confused on like what days are which games. I think you're right. I think they played Thick and Hearty, and then they stayed behind, and then defenestration came, which is why it looks like it's evening time. So yeah, I think they played Thick Burger before this. Good little fake by Germ. Puts it on. That's going to be a point. Defenestration. That makes sense. Yeah. So probably a doubleheader. Germ pulling away here with his serves a little bit. Goes for a drop. Yeah, so they honestly, they may be even a little bit tired then. Which is definitely something to consider, especially playing against Germ and Matthew. Going to wrap that through the hole in the defense, and that's a great point for SicGig there. Especially since Germ hits a little bit higher, Bradley and Matt are either going to have to cut it off early or they're going to have to run down a lot of shots. Defense is not... It's already not an easy thing to do, but when you're out of energy, it's a lot harder to do. Matthew gets the good up. A decent set by Germ, and he's going to adjust accordingly, and that's going to be a point for defenestration. Yeah, because I watched A1 Thick and Hearty Burger versus Whitefield Acers live. But then I drove home as I think the TASR stream was going on. Good couple of fakes. It's going to lip up. And that's going to be a rim. and point for SicGig. Oh. Uh-oh. That game may have overheated. No. No, I think it overheated or ran out of space. Hold up, y'all. Because that was definitely not the ending. There's no way I was off by like 10 points. Week 4. Dang, film this week has been rough for to me. Yesterday's South Conference film was rough. Today was rough for Whitefield Acers. Yeah. So Series 1 is the first game was cut short, probably due to overheating from the phone, or maybe it died or ran out of space. Defenestration did win it. I'm not sure about the score, though. So we're going to go into Game 2. They were up 5 points, so we're probably going to hold it. And they did, because I know that for a fact that they won. So we're going to go into Game 2 here. Sorry, y'all. And also unfortunate for me, because I was excited to see what happens. I mean, you never know when a team is going to come back from losing. Okay, Series 1, Game 1 was 21-12 according to Germ. Thank you, Germ. I know you can't hear me, but I appreciate that a lot. Really excited to see how my WySpike boys do in Michigan. They're trying to go to a tournament on July 25th. It's going to be Matt and Luke playing together. Garrett is going to be playing with Frederick Hinkle. And I believe that's it for WySpike. Really excited, though. I will not be attending due to protection against the COVID virus. I want to stay in Texas. Don't want to travel much. But Garrett with Fred, definitely looking forward to that. I feel like they're going to be a great team. Matthew Burrows serving 1-1. Goes for a few fakes here and there. Almost gets the right serve on. We're probably going to see that right-handed serve that we saw on the Instagram page for TASR. Or not TASR, it's for WySpike. I don't even know what we posted. Few fakes here and there. Goes for the lefty drop. Doesn't get it on. That's a point for SicGig. Decent serve by Bradley. It's not going to find its way to the front pocket, but it had a good swing. And he finds it there, and that's going to be a point for SicGig. Pretty much replicated that last serve, except he hit it when it was a little bit higher, putting it onto the net. Matthew hitting a really good stance on this serve receives. Isn't looking to get ace. He's ready for those. And he gets ace. Right? I said he's not looking to get ace. He gets aced. Dang it, Matthew. Bradley going on a little service run here. He's definitely... I feel like I said this about a lot of players, but I promise you I don't. Bradley's a pretty streaky server. He gets on a little run, and he really just jams the ball a lot. He doesn't really cut that much. Sometimes it's a step-out cut to make his jam a little bit stronger. But he'll get like 3 ace jams in a row, or jam aces in a row. A good up there by Bradley, and Matt goes for the run and doesn't put it back on. Seemed a little bit of frantic on his run there. I think he had a little bit of time to slow down and get a better stat. Germ to serve. Goes to the lefty. Doesn't make it on. Has definitely been working on that left a lot. A lot of fun to see in practice when he hits it on. That's 5-3, yeah. A lefty from Matt. Don't see that often. And a point for defenestration. Sorry, y'all. Burrows to serve. It's going to hit a rim there. And a hard pocket point for SicGig. Take an early lead here at 6-4. Still pretty low, so it's anyone's game. But if Bradley can serve as good as he's been serving this game, they can take a few more points, but they're going to have to hold. Which is pretty hard to do against Matthew and Germ, who are good hitters. Germ may be a little bit iffy on sets sometimes, but Matthew adjusts pretty well. That's going to be a point for defenestration. Oh, wait, no, it's not my fault. My fault. It wasn't a double fault yet. And there's the put away righty from Matthew. Big righty pull from that. No chance for the defense to get there. Matthew's honestly been playing really well in this Gold League. Has really high putaways, great defensive touches. I believe his serve percentage is pretty high as well. And a nice low serve from Germ Porter. Bringing it to 6-6, tying up the game. Sometimes he just gets the right angle on his serves, and it goes pretty low and fast. Underrated player because of the consistency, but if he was more consistent, would definitely be a lot higher level than people expect him to be. That's going to be a setting error from Matt Purvis and a point for defenestration. Ooh. Germ goes for the lefty. He's not going to put it on. I appreciate him going for it, though. Definitely keeping Matt and Bradley on their toes. And when he puts one on, it's going to be a good one because not expecting it to go on because it hasn't. That's going to be a lip up from Germ, making it 7-7 SicGig. A nice push by Matt there. A great push serve. It goes to the left side of Germ. It looked pretty high. I don't think it was a lip up. Honestly, a really great serve, and that's a great moment to do it. It really changes the pace because he's been trying to get serves on. He's going to the right side of Germ. This time he gets it on, and he goes to the left instead, which is unexpected. A great touch by Matt. Puts it over Matt. Matt puts it over Matt. And you can see a little bit of frustration from Purvis there as he gets the touch and just throws the hat down. That is definitely something that makes me pretty angry. You will see a hat throw for me and a punch on the ground if I get a touch on the ball, but it does not go where I want it to go. Strong lefty jam from Matthew Burrows. And that's a point for defenestration. Point for SicGig on that. It's gonna nope, not yet. I keep miscounting the serves. There's the point. I keep reverting back to 2017, 2018 rules when we only had one serve. A good up by Matthew. Gonna put it pretty high for the set. And that's going to be a great play by defenestration. Very easily done. A good point by them. Not really offering any room for defensive plays for SicGig to get to the ball. Germ going for a few fakes. Goes to the righty. He's going to get the pocket. Really keeping... How long have I been playing? My first tournament ever was April 14th of 2017. And that was the Dallas tour stop. And my partner was Matthew Burrows. Jared, I don't know how new you are, but my original partner for WySpike was Matthew. We were WySpike Synergy, which is why we have the yin and yang black and white WySpike uniforms. But we signed up for Advanced thinking we were the coolest kids on the block. And we lost, I think, 8 matches that day. And we won 0. And we also lost all 8 of the rock, paper, scissors for those matches to see who got ball first. Good up by Bradley there. He's going to put it high and away from the defense, and that's a point for SicGig. Yeah, we have some good highlight reels when we used to hit really high, and there was so many just rallies and rundowns from Luke and Colton and me and Matthew. We were the OG squad, and then Germ pretty OG as well. But we used to play in sand a lot more. But yeah, I usually tell people we went 0-16 in our first tour stop. But nonetheless, it made us want to play more. And that's going to be a great push ace by Bradley against Matthew Burrows. Made us want to play more to get better, and we just fell in love with the sport. And ultimately, WySpike was formed with the help of just us and also our friends. Yeah. The humbling, dude. The humbling. You think you're good, and then you play, and then you're just like, dang it. People are better. But then you grind, and you're like, someday I will defeat you. A good up by Germ. Is he going to push it away? Honestly, a hitting error there by Bradley. Hitting it right into the body of Germ. Something we saw last game between Whitefield Acers and A1 Thick and Hardy Burger. A lot of off-net sets cause hits that go one way, and it's very easy to play defense against. Germ to serve. A good up by Bradley. Matt's going to wrap that, but Matthew Burrows is there for the touch. A great up by Matthew Purvis. He's going to run for it, and he does not get there. And that's going to be a point for SicGig. I like it. Do it, man. That's how you're going to get better. Once you get to the gold division, you're playing people who are like better than you and like pushing you. Like, definitely it's going to be hard, but like that's what makes you better. Playing those quality players and people who know what they're doing. You get to see different techniques, play against different serves. I look forward to playing you in gold division as well, so it's a good goal to have. Good up by Bradley. Going to move it past, and I don't think he gets it on. It's going to double bounce and be a point for defenestration at 15-13. Germ doing pretty good on his serves in this matchup. Twirls around. He's going to get a lobster trap. A step out and a nice low serve, and Bradley's going to hit on 2. Germ with the layout, and the great set by Matthew Burrows. He's going to hit with the lefty, and they're going to get that point for defenestration. Wow. Jared, if you know how to clip on Twitch, please clip that. That's a really good layout by Germ. And if you don't, it's alright. It's their game, and they gotta clip it if they want it. Really great run by Germ, and the great set by Matthew Burrows to help him with it. Defenestration playing like a top-tier team right now. Good up by Bradley. That's going to go high and be a point for SicGig. My goodness. Matthew Burrows decides he wants to play it. He calls no because it goes too far in the first touch. That's definitely something I love playing with Germ about. Like, he works super hard to get to the ball. We played hold up, let's see the serve. It's going to be a nice serve. It's going to be a pretty high first touch. And sadly, defenestration's not going to get that on. And a point for SicGig. They played Texas Nationals last year with Germ. I believe we got 7th place or 8th place. But honestly, it was just so fun because we got so many touches and working hard for every ball. Germ just definitely needs a player who has a lot of confidence and someone to hype him up. And I feel like I helped him with that. And he definitely hyped me up too. Whenever I made a good play, he was like, "Let's go, Nick." And I was like, "Let's go." 17-15 here. Matthew Burrows to serve. It's going to be a hard serve. I think it's going to lip up. Yeah. Let's go. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate it. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't even know how clipping works. So, like, you clipped it, but can I see it later? Is it, like, on, like, the WySpike, like, Twitch page? Couple fakes here and there. Goes to the lefty drop. Cause I need to learn how those clipping things work. I like Bros going for the drop decision there. Hasn't done one in a while. Goes for the hard lefty. It goes on one. Germ with the adjustment, and sadly Matthew's not gonna put it away. Okay. Thanks, Jared. I appreciate the help. I also could have looked it up later, but gotta stream these games. Good up by Germ. That's gonna be an off-net hit by Germ as well, and that's gonna be a point for defenestration. Honestly, not too far from the net on the set by Matthew Burrows. He's been doing a great job of keeping his composure on those long sets and getting it very close for Germ to hit away. Gonna hit side pocket. Decide to play it. Bradley's gonna hit pretty high, and it's gonna go over Germ, and a point for SicGig. Checking the phone to make sure it didn't close. Yeah, you can tell they're playing evening time because the sun is setting and there's a lot of shade. So probably around 7 or 7:30. That is you, dude. That's you. Few fakes here and there, going for the lefty. Honestly, Matthew, you and Germ played a pretty great game in this set, or series, I should say. Really fun to watch y'all getting a lot of plays, a lot of aces. Really good stuff. Goes for his righty there, and he's going to finish out the game with that righty. It's the one we saw on the Instagram page. I didn't know he ended the game with it, though. And that's going to be 21-17 for game 2.
Series 1, game 2, 21-16, defenestration.
Oh, I think 21-16. So I was off a little bit. Nonetheless, they won. So first game we looked at 21-12. Second game we're looking at 21-16. Going into Series 2. Great game to watch right now. I think the one thing I would say is SicGig needs to be moving around a lot more on their defense. Just because defenestration has been kind of working in the cracks of their defense. And if they move more, it'll cause defenestration to make a little bit more hitting errors and have to really think about where they're going to hit. Right now, they see an opening and they're hitting right away. And it hasn't really been working for them. So we'll see what SicGig can do in this series. It's going to be Matt Purvis to serve at 0-0. Goes for a few fakes, gets the righty on. It's going to be a lip up. I believe that was second serve, my fault. He's going to lip. Bradley wants to play it, and he's going to hit away from the defense for the shot through the middle. Thompson to serve 1-1. I think he's checking the ball there. I don't even know. I feel like when people have the ball and they're about to serve and they just like move it a little, I don't know why, that gets in my head. I've seen a lot of games this week with people doing that. And I'm just like, why are you doing that? Like, it's not even a fake. It's just them twirling the ball. Matthew, the hard lefty. Matthew, perfect. It's a good shot on it, though. And not going to be able to put it onto the net. Think Matt Purvis, I feel like he just struggles with those sets that are coming from afar. Doesn't know how to go about them. I think he tries to take his time, and then he just doesn't find it. And that's going to be a drop ace from Matthew Burrows there against SicGig, bringing it to 4-1. Goes for a few fakes, off to the other drop. A nice foot up from Matt. Thanks, Jared. I appreciate it. And that's going to be lip up. They decide to play it. Matthew Burrows hits it, and Purvis almost getting there for the set. And that's going to be a point for defenestration. Do you like send it through like Twitch or like Instagram or what? I don't know if it's like a video. SicGig serving 2-5. Really need taking some serves here. Even just getting it on to get a chance to play some defense. Awesome. Thank you, Jared. I really do appreciate it. That was a good play. And I don't want to see that again later. Jerem put his life on the line. Great serve there by Matt. They need to move around, rotate. Oh. Let's see what they could have done better. So Matt's serving. Either Bradley needs to split quicker to this area or Matt needs to move quicker. But both of them are on this side. Someone needs to go. Believe it should have been Bradley. Typically, the way I play is typically the server stays just because the only thing they should be worried about is serving. And then this person has so much face to spill over here. To fill over here. They're not going to. And that's going to be a point for defenestration. The quick set from Matt. Not going to be able to put it on. That's another point for defenestration at 7-2. Taking an early lead here. It's going to be very hard for SicGig to come back. Disgusting left hand from Germ. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Goes for the drop. That's going to wrap. A great up from Germ. And not going to be able to get it on. Yeah, dude. Germ doing pretty good right now. I don't even know. How did I get off on score again? Hold up, y'all. Gonna pause this really fast. See where we're at. So 3-7 is what I heard. A good up from Jerem. A weird set from Matthew Burrows, and that's gonna be a rim call. And a point for SicGig. Let me turn back the music now. Riley Thompson to serve. It's going to lip up. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how I mess up points so easily. I know for TASR, they typically have Brian or Logan doing the score, and then the other one commentates. And I'm all alone, so I have to do it by myself. Which I guess sometimes they interfere with each other. Matthew to serve, and it's going to hit a lobster trap. And a point for SicGig. Going for the fake Fuego. Interesting choice. And that's going to be a double fault and a point for defenestration. And y'all, I do apologize for being slow to upload games on YouTube. It just takes a while to export, but I'm trying to get tonight's games, yesterday's games, and the rest from last week uploaded by the end of tomorrow. I know that is a ambitious goal, but we need those games. And by uploaded, I mean to upload it to our YouTube channel at WySpike. SicGig to serve. It's going to be a good up from Matthew. And a decent set. He's going to put it over the head of Matt Purvis. And a point for defenestration. Matthew Burrows to serve. Goes for a righty. Has really been whipping them out a lot more in this game. A good drop there. Bradley gets a good hold of it. I think they're going to call lip, though. Yeah, I think you are definitely going to get good stats on this game. I don't know who's taking them this week. My game was canceled, so I'm not taking stats. So I think I was taking on quality soup. And that's going to be a point for defenestration. What was I saying? Matthew Burrows definitely opting for his righty more. Sees that he's in the lead and maybe taking it as an opportunity to polish it up a little bit more. This is going to be a wrap that lifts up. Matthew Burrows is all over it. A set off net, and that's going to be enough to push it down the middle through the defense, and a point for defenestration. Maybe 12 to 8 then. Germ serves maybe off net, but he does get it pretty high to where it gives the hitter being Matthew Burrows, a lot more time to adjust than usual. Good up by Bradley. Gonna push it gently into Germ, and that's gonna be a point for SicGig. Did they rotate again? I'm pretty sure it's a 12. We'll see. A nice low serve, and that's going to be 9 points for SicGig. Bradley whipping it out when he needs to. It's a lobster trap on that play. Lobster trap, for those of you who don't know, is whenever they serve it or hit it, and it goes directly underneath the net. I know we had a few questions earlier about terms that I was using. Good up by Bradley, but nope, it's going to be a jam. And that's going to be a point for defenestration. Thought it was a good up, but it went directly in front of him rather than up. And that's going to lip up and be a point for SicGig. Purvis to serve. Goes for the drop. Matthew Burrows is all over it. And it hits a little flick behind him and a point for defenestration. Pretty hard hit to read, but they still need a split. SicGig has been staying on one side of the net this whole night. And that's going to be an ace from Jeremiah Porter. And a point for defenestration. Playing like a top-tier player. Jeremiah Porter honestly making so many plays, so many aces tonight. Oscar's lefty, he's going to hit rim. And tries to hit his patented twist drop serve. I don't even know what to call that. The twister. Someone might call it the twister serve. Bradley to serve 11 to 16 is going to hit rim. Last few points, really trying to see who can put on their serves and who cannot. A good up by Matthew there. He's going to move it past. It's going to be a little high, and Matt Purvis Honestly, Matt's been doing... I feel like I'm not giving him credit for the touches he's getting. He's getting a lot of touches. He's just not putting them up. Like, he's there in the right position. Honestly, it's because defenestration is hitting it into him. But it's either going like directly over him, a little bit to the side of him. He's running for it and then get the bat set. Like, he has opportunities to make plays. He's just not making them. Couple fakes here and there. That's going to be a point. Nope. It's going to be second serve. My fault. Huge lead here for defenestration. Good up from Matt Purvis. And a great set by Bradley to pull the shot. And that's a point for SicGig. Dang it, still trying to figure out how high to put the music in the game volume. Really hard to find the balance. Good touch. It's going to be a little bit high. Good up by Bradley. Matt Purvis is going to run around. That's going to be a point for defenestration. Purvis throwing his hat for the second time tonight. It's been running, getting to the ball. Sadly, he's not getting it up in time for Matt Purvis to get there. And it's not getting it to the net either. It's going to hit rim and be a second serve for Matt Burrows. It's going to be on one again, and an easy 1-2-3 put away by defenestration, bringing that game to a 21-13 end.
All right, that was Series 2, Game 1. Defenestration wins 21-13.
Yeah, 21-13.
All right, we got Series 2, Game 2.
Series 2, Game 2, well set by Matthew Burrows. We're going to see negative 22 dB. Hopefully, music volume is not too high. A great lefty serve by Matthew Burrows to start off Game 2 of the night for Series 2. Disgustingly low and disgustingly hard as well. Purvis to serve. He's going to hit a nice push, but Matthew's going to get the good up. Pretty far off net and super high. And Matthew says, look where you hit it. You hit it directly above my arm. No chance to get to that ball. Usually better to overshoot it, but in that case, Germ pretty severely overshot the set. Purvis to serve a second time. Gonna hit into rim. It's gonna lip up. Good up by Matt. It's going to be a little off net. He's going to hit it into the pocket. Matthew Burrows is there. Jerem with the on-2, and he's not going to put it on net. You can see the frustration from Burrows, saying, why didn't you set me on that, or why didn't you put it away? And that's a point for SicGig. Yeah, definitely would have opted for a harder hit just because of the drop. You run the risk of waiting too long or hitting it double into the net, which Jerem did. Good up by Matt. A little bit off net. He's going to adjust accordingly. That's going to be a point for defenestration. Hard lefty serve there, and defenestration is going to take another point. SicGig really struggling with their serve receives against them. Been really hitting it just everywhere, from every angle, every single hand. Or I guess there's only 2 hands, but still, every single side. Throws the hard step out, and he's going to get the ace on Matt Purvis. And another ace from Burrows, going on a little run here, trying to grab an early lead. Already at 3 though. Can he widen it even further? It's going to be an up from Matt. He's going to wrap it right into Burrows, and the easy 1-2-3 put away. Defenestration playing like animals here. My goodness. Leaving no room for mistakes and no room for SicGig to secure a point. Yeah, I know. He's doing work right now. I agree with you in that statement. He's hitting the ball so hard, and like super low still. Purvis to serve. I want to know what he's struggling on. I feel like Purvis is pushing the ball. Like he has a good wrist flick. He's just not coming over it. Because a lot of times it's hitting the back rim. Or it's being launched like over here. Which is typically because you're getting too underneath the ball or hitting it too outward. Like, I'm not the best server, but like I know why I'm not the best server. And I can also see when other people are serving bad what mistakes they're making. I'm a bad server because my toss is all over the place. And I'm indecisive when I'm about to serve. I'm like, what should I do? And then I realize I only have 1 serve, so I just hit that. Jerem tries to go for a little twirly fake and hits into the rim. Interesting. I didn't think about that. I know it's definitely a factor for a lot of people. Especially when it comes to your arm swings. That's why people say like serving later on in a tournament is a lot more difficult because you're so tired. Yeah, that's true. It was quite hot. I remember my mom was trying to go to the lake whenever I was watching them, and I was like, hey, are you sure you want to go? It's kind of like 104 and it's gonna melt. Matthew Burrows opts for the on-2, hits it high and over the head of Bradley Thompson. Love that he's taking advantage of those on-2s when it's over the net on the first touch, but hitting it swiftly and away from the defense. I think something Bradley could have done better though is he kind of jumped for that ball. I don't know if he maybe could have turned to run for it and maybe got in a touch, but either way it's pretty difficult. On-2s in general are really hard to defend. Usually you have to hope that they make an error or hit it right at you. Because that is the risk that you're running with the on-2. A good up by, nope, it's going to be too far. Thought it was a good up by Bradley, but it's going to be too far away from Matt. And another ace from Matthew here. He's really turning up his service game in this set. That's going to be a point for SicGig. With nearly double their own points, though, it's going to be hard for them to catch up to Defenestration. Matt Purvis to serve, looking to get a few on and stay consistent. But it may be over for them. Give me a nice little jam. It's going to be off net, and they're going to smack that away. That's the thing, too, is that even whenever Defenestration is hitting off net, like Bradley and Matt are both getting the touches they need. But like either the ball is coming at them too fast and it goes right over them, or their second set isn't going towards the net. So really SicGig just got defeated. I mean, look at this. Oh, the mistake by Burrows there, but Defenestration playing amazing defense, amazing serves, amazing rotations, amazing offense. I may be biased because they're my WySpike boys, but they're playing really good. And honestly, if they played this good against Spider-Verse, which of course they have to serve receive because that's like 90% of playing against Spider-Verse, I think they have a solid chance of doing well against them in the playoff games. But Germ has to be playing with confidence. That's going to be an on-two hit by Matthew Burrows going over Matt Purvis. They've hit on-two so many times, but again, they can afford to take some of those risks being up 7 points. And that's going to hit rim and be a point for SicGig. Purvis to serve once more. I feel like he was just serving. It's crazy. Hard push. Matthew's going to get a good handle of it and wrap with his right hand past the defense. And a point for Defenestration. They're looking to wrap it up here at 5-8. Germ adding a little bit of spin to his toss. Trying for a harder serve. And he's going to lip that one up and a point for SicGig. Good up by Germ and the great set. He's going to go for the backhand. It's going to lip up. And that's going to be a point for Defenestration. And I think now SicGig has kind of lost the energy and the motivation to stay in this game. I feel like Matt definitely could have ran that one out and gotten it. And that's going to be a jam and an ace for Matthew Burrows. Yeah, I remember for our premier qualifying match. Fun fact, if y'all didn't know, Matthew Burrows and I, for our premier qualifying match, we played WySpike. I don't know what it was at the time. I think a duck do, which was Garrett and Cooper. So no matter what, a WySpike team was going to become premier. And then Matthew and I ended up taking it. And Matthew took like 3 or 4 aces in a row when we needed it most, and definitely kept us in the game. It was a really good series. It's on YouTube, actually. And that's going to be too far. Another point for Defenestration, bringing it up to 18-9. Another hard serve by Matthew Burrows. And is just nonchalantly plowing away, trying to close out this game. That was one of my favorite games. I was hyping up Matthew Burrows I had to say Matthew Burrows because of Purvis being there. I was hyping him up so much, Jared. Like, Matthew Burrows doesn't get that hype unless it's like rightfully so. But we had waited like 2 years to get premiere, trying super hard. So it was like a big day for us, and he was yelling a lot. Burr's going for a couple of fakes, goes for the righty cut, doesn't put it on. Drew with a great touch. Is going to be a little bit off net from Burrows. And Purvis missing that shot. And that's a point for defenestration. With Jeremiah Porter looking to close it out. Goes for his twister. Does not put it on. Ooh, that train sounds horrible. And a point for SicGig. Bradley needing 11 aces to come back. There's one! Gets the jam. Would be the sickest comeback in history here. It's going to lip up. Nice low serve, just gonna get a handle on it, and it's not gonna go onto the net. Another break for SicGig there. And that's gonna be the game. And Bradley slaps it into the TV set. I don't think I talked about takeaways from Whitefield Acers versus what's it called? A1 Thick and Hearty Burger. I guess I'll do that right now too. So these are gonna be my takeaways for the night. So I remember their game a bit too. Big takeaway from Whitefield Acers versus A1. Cooper Diaz definitely setting like this a lot of times, keeping his arm straight out. He needs to keep it more. Reason being is because if you keep your arm closer to your body, it gives it support and a foundation. When it's out here, it's very wimpy and very easy to mess with, and you don't have any support. But if it's closer to your body, it's easy for you to adjust, easier for you to move it when you're setting. And a lot of times in that matchup versus AJ and Matthew Denna, you know, Cooper would be doofing up his sets a lot on that. I needed to see more consistency from Colton on his serves. You know, he's definitely someone who is a big serve baller, so if his serves are off, it's a bit hard for him to take those points that he needs, especially whenever Cooper is serving off. But he did a good job of adjusting. And then I guess A1 Thick and Hearty Burger, something to say is like, they're a great team defensively, still struggling with like off net sets. You know, they're pretty far, they're more than 6 feet away, and they're either doing it too short or they're going too far away, and it sets you up pretty poorly for a hit there. And a lot of times also Matthew Denna, his hits, he's coming down on the ball like he's smacking it like this rather than hitting sideways, so definitely something he can be working on. For this game, defenestration versus SicGig, something I will say is SicGig needs to get better at defense, but specifically splitting. A lot of times they're getting caught on the same side, and that's very easy for Germ and Matthew Burrows to hit away from them. When they're splitting and they're mirroring each other, it's a lot harder for the offense to be able to take advantage of you and find those holes in the defense. Again, it's harder to do play mirroring each other because you have to know what your partner is going to be doing and playing tandem with them. Matt Purvis, I think, doing a decent job on defense and his positioning, just needs to get the ball up. Even if he needs to just get it high, he needs to let Bradley have an opportunity to get to those shots so that he can get the second touch and Matthew Purvis can put those balls away. And honestly, all I have, defenestration played a heck of a game, and I'm not really going to critique them on much. Maybe watching the on-twos a little bit more, but they had a lot of room to play with, and then high hitting still from Germ. But other than that, It was a pretty good night. Loved watching these games. I like seeing WySpike Defenestration because those are my boys. And of course, while I'm commentating, still cheering for them. So we will see you next week with some matchups. Hopefully, I don't know what we're going to do yet about the postponed games. I may try to add in another day where I live stream. But honestly, 2 days in a week is already a lot for me. So you may just have to bear with me. And I also don't even know what they're going to be doing with that. But anyways, thank you so much for coming out. Jared, you rock. Thank you so much for saying that. I love the support and just positivity that you bring. And I hope job searching goes well for you, dude. Definitely keep it up. Sometimes it's hard because you're just like, oh, why are these people calling me back? I like this job, but they didn't give me the interview, blah, 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 blah. You got it, dude. Stay with it, and I know you're going to get something you like, okay? Anyways, thank you all so much for tuning in. I will put these on the YouTube as soon as possible, and we